Hello everyone, welcome to Stitching Ain't Easy. My name is Ashley. Thank you so very much for joining me today. Today is Thursday, February 26th, 2021, and I just thought I would come on here and do a little celebratory crochet with me and ramblings because I have officially obtained, 400 subscribers, and that is beyond. So thank you guys. So I just wanted to come on here. I haven't done a crochet with me in a little while. I always have a lot of fun doing these, and I just wanted to say thank you guys. So anywho, I did this morning before we did school, and I was like a good 25 minutes in, and my phone was just like boop. It just cut it all off and deleted the video completely. Good times, technology. That's why I like pen and paper. That's why. Anyway, so I had to go in and delete a bunch of stuff off my phone, and hopefully this one will work out. I don't know, I guess I need to start deleting them after I upload them. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, I thought I would just come on and do a crochet with me. My first time around, when I did the crochet with me, I was working on a baby blanket for the local women's shelters, plural, because there are 3 local shelters, and I think they're all kind of like women's shelter, like they're obviously women's shelters. I think they're like sister shelters. Like the women, they're domestic violence shelters, so it's like the women, and usually they have children with them, come and have a safe place, basically. Anyway, and so I mentioned that I got the idea from Rose at Rose Likes Crochet. She helps her like Chicago area women's shelter. So we live in a pretty rural area. Our 3 shelters are spread out quite a ways. There's like a lot of just country land in between, cattle and things, and so I know that they don't get a whole lot. So I called, and they were sweet enough to let me donate things. I mentioned that on here, and I have some so special, beyond precious, wonderful ladies who are donating, and I cannot thank you all enough. That is such a blessing. Thank you. So, anywho, so the first time around, I was working on a blanket, a baby blanket. I know several ladies or there's a few couple, okay, everyone's making different things, which is just awesome, I think. So I know that a couple are making blankets. There's some loveys, some like hand towels and washcloths and things. You guys, that's so amazing, because I know that they need all of those things. The woman told me, I mentioned this before, whenever they bring the women and the kiddos in, they like to give the kids like a blanket and a little stuffed animal, just something to make them feel safe. And they get to take that with them. And she said that a lot of them are kind of in and out, like heart-wrenching stuff. So the fact that y'all are coming along and blessing these ladies is, I can't tell you thank you enough. So, anywho. So this morning, I just want to show you real quickly what I was working on, just so you know, so when I bring it back, you'll be like, oh hey, I remember that, I guess. I don't know why. I didn't get very far. I got a lot further than I was, and then my phone cut off, but, and now they're all tangled up, of course, now that I'm filming. Hello, professionalism. Okay, so this is what I'm working on so far. It's just going to be a double crochet baby blanket. I didn't even put a stitch marker in it. Make them. Didn't make one. Good job. I don't know how many I chained, to be quite honest. I just wanted it to be like a good toddler size blanket. I have, I think, 8 or 9 blankets so far. I just kind of did like my wingspan and then I'm just gonna make this one like a toddler blanket. So anyway, I'm using the excuse my throat, I'm so sorry y'all. Anyway, I'm using the Red Heart Super Saver in the color Aran. Big Twist Soft Gray, and the Big Twist Light Rose. So I thought those would be kind of pretty, like a little Victorian-ish kind of looking blanket maybe. So I was working on this, and like I said, then my phone hates me. It was like, you talk too much. So it cut me off. And then, so we had school, did our thing. In between this time, I saw that Nancy from Nan's Next Knots, she will be linked below, put out her week 2 Luck of the Draw number 3 color. So that's what I'm going to work on, because I had a question from Melody over at Melody's Cozy Crochet. You guys check her out. She has a channel. She asked me, like, my headband's in my hair thingy. But anyway, like whenever I do the chain or the double crochet, chain one, skip one, she was asking how I do that for my headbands. So she asked if I would do a tutorial. I don't know that I'm like confident enough to do a tutorial yet, just to be honest, but that is in fact the stitch that I'm using in my blanket. Well, that's what Nancy is using from Nan's Next Knots. So that's I like that stitch a lot, and so that's what I decided to do. This is what it looks like. It's chain one, skip one. So this was my number one, or well, this is my number 8 color, but this is my first week. This is the top. Okay, and this is my first color, my solid row. These are like my main colors. And then today she picked number 3, and so this is my 3rd color. Please don't fall. I have all my little bands right there. Anyway, this is the Mainstay Purple Multi. So, so when I get to that row, I'm almost there. I tried to whip through it real quick. So when I get to that row, I'll show you guys how to do that. But anyway, that's it so far. I thought it was going to be wild, but I'm already just absolutely loving that with the camo. It's like, I don't know if that's going to look good, but I'm in love with that already. So real quick before I start, let me show you guys my colors, I guess. So there's that one, the purple multi. And then a big giant tub. This is what my clothes used to be in before I got yarn. Okay, so anyway, so my main color, and then these are all my other, these are just the variegateds that I had, and I just thought it would be fun to add them all. So that's what it is. Okay. So anyway, so I plan on putting those all back on the shelf because this is like a 20-week blanket, and I can't handle having that tub over there for that long, so I'm going to put them all back. But I just wanted to show you guys one more time before I did put them up, what my colors were. So, okay. So earlier, before I get to that row and show you guys how to do it, how to do that stitch, should I say? Finish your thought, Ashley. Anyway, I got on this morning and watched Brittany over at Wool Makes. You'll check her out if you have not. She is the sweetest. She did kind of a crochet with me type video, and I forget how much I love those. Like I said, I love to watch them, but I like to make them. It's kind of wild. It's like a one-sided conversation, so it's kind of weird if, you know, I was talking to myself, but at the same time, I really just like doing these and sharing them, and I hope that you guys have your WIP and you're working on it with me. I don't know if you are or not, and if not, that's fine. But, yeah, she put one out, so it was just like, I had my coffee and anyway, I had my coffee and my WIP and just sat there and listened to her, and it was so much fun. So, that is one thing I'm sure isn't good for my stomach. I know isn't good for my stomach, but like I said, at this point, I'm basically a liquid diet. If I have anything but a liquid diet, then I get real sick, so you only live once, not the deal, so therefore, I have coffee. So, I'm sure I'm not supposed to, but, you know, okay. Anyway, once again, rambling, sidetracked. I do that a lot. But yeah, check out Brittany at Wool Makes. Like I said, she's a sweetheart. She, while she was doing her, while she was crocheting or talking, she was working on a project, a baby blanket that she's sending to the women's shelter. And I cannot say thank you enough. That is so cool that y'all are doing that. Like, I can't even. So I just had this idea, and then you guys are beyond amazing, and I thank you. I've mentioned before, I think just like the day before yesterday, I brought it up again, that we are moving at some point. So I was just going to give, which right now, for like the next little bit anyway, I'm just going to give the ladies that are helping me, so sweet. Anyway, I'm just going to give you guys either like my address here or the address to the shelter, whichever one y'all prefer. You can let me know. Anyway, if you do, however, send things to the shelter, please like let me know by sending me your email or something, because I want to thank you guys. Anyway, but for just right now, I'll probably just give you all my current address. But I think in the very near future, I'm going to go ahead and get a P.O. box. And then that way, like while we're transitioning and all of those things, plus I don't have to put my address out there to everybody. Like the ladies that I'm talking to right now that are willing to do this, I trust all of y'all. Like you guys are beyond special to me, so I'm fine with it. Yeah, but like eventually, I don't know. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and get a P.O. box and just do it that way, and then I don't have to worry about it. But so we'll see. So yeah. But like I said, I thank you guys. So, I mean, I can't thank y'all enough for doing that. It's just so stinking cool. So, anyway, like I said, so I've mentioned that we're moving. And, I think, I have a whole video about it. I'll link that one also, because I talked about it earlier and it took like a whole another 15 minutes just to tell like the little bit of story. So I'm just going to link like our moving excursion below. But basically we are getting 2 single wide trailers. We're going to remodel them complete, like put them together obviously, remodel them completely, wrap them probably in like log cabin siding. I'm not really sure. That's kind of what my husband's leaning towards, I think. Like a big wraparound porch, bay window, all those things, like make it look really nice back behind my husband's shop. Then we're going to sell the house that we currently live in, or well, before that, obviously, we're going to sell the house that we currently live in with the equity from us remodeling this house from, if y'all watched that other video, you'll know that this house was completely trashed. Like the other people's things were still in here. It was beyond. The only thing that is original in our house still are the kitchen cabinets. We put our heart and soul into this place and redid the whole entire thing. So everyone thought we were crazy for that. I'm sure people think we're crazy for doing what we're fixing to do, but we have a vision and we see it through. So anyway, but yeah, with this house, like I said, we'll be able to sell it with the equity from that, be able to pay off my husband's shop. We'll own our home, the shop, all those things outright, and we'll be out from under 2 payments just like that. And that's amazing. So I feel like this house, I thought it was going to be our forever home, but I really feel like it was just a jumping off point to this other thing. So anyway, I'll link that below so you guys know all about it if you want to watch it. If not, that's fine, but it's a lot. So I did it in the last one, but it was a lot. So anyway, all that to say though, that I think they're moving the first house hopefully today, and then they're supposed to move, which today is Thursday, and they're supposed to move the other one this weekend. So it's all happening. I'm so excited. So I'm ready to start. I was telling Miss Angelia yesterday, I'm ready to start my garden over there, and I think I'm going to do that here before very long if I feel like it. Have the kiddos and I go over there and till up a spot and start a garden, and I know you're supposed to do that in the fall, tail up your spot, but I didn't know in the fall that's where we were going to be. So anyway, okay. I'm on to my second row. So real quick, I'm going to show you guys how I do this. I don't know how. It's going to be kind of wonky. I thought about doing a tutorial, but that's just like, it makes me nervous just to say. Okay. Anyway, so I did, I did 3 solids because that's what Nancy says to do. You do 3 solids and then you start your deal. So, okay. So what you do, if you guys can see this or not, I'm going to skip back a little bit more. Just completely out of frame. Alright. So you're going to do your double crochet. So you're going to wrap your hook. You're going to, okay, well your double crochet is right here already, and you're going to you're going to skip this middle chain and then go in this second chain. You guys can't see that at all, can you? Okay, so you're going to go in this next one right here. So you're going to yarn over, go in there like this, pull your yarn out, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through your last 2, just like a regular double crochet. And you're just going to do a chain. So you just chain 1, and then you're going to skip this stitch again. You're going to skip that one and go back into this one. So you're just going to do a double crochet into the next one. So you yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and see, it makes it skip, and that's how that lacy turns out. So then you're going to chain, yarn over, yarn over, go into your chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain, and then skip that next one, and then a double crochet. I hope that made sense. Okay. I hope you guys could see me. I'm not even sure anyone can see me, and now my hair's all crazy. Okay. So, I hope that made sense. If not, please let me know, and I will do it from a different angle and try that. I have a tripod. Don't ask me why I never use the tripod, but I don't. But anyway. Okay. So yeah, that's how you do that. So that's the chain that's the stitch that I use for most of my headbands. I usually chain 35, but my hair's thicker than the average bear, and so you might just see kind of, how, like I said, just chain and then feel how, if it's going to be too big or too small, go off of that. So flatten your, excuse me, flatten your chain out, go through a slip stitch, you're going to chain up 3, and then do a double crochet, and then you're going to start your chain 1, skip 1, and your double crochet. Then don't forget, when you make all the way around, you're going to go in your first stitch, slip stitch into that one, and so that way you have like a solid ring, and then you're going to chain up 3 to go to your next row, and then just do it, same thing, repeat until your desired length. They're a lot of fun to make. They're kind of addicting. They're kind of like those socks. They're kind of addicting. So yeah. Anywho, so I hope that was helpful. I hope that made sense. I'm not sure if it did or not. Fingers crossed. Okay. So, also real quick, while I'm on here, I just wanted to kind of apologize to y'all. I know I've not been feeling great lately. I don't feel great today. My phone is like and fixing to shut off. I have less than 10%. Get it wrapped up, Ashley. Anyway, I just wanted to say, like I said, sorry that I've been quiet, been boof. I start my treatment on the 15th. Prayers please that it's the real medicine. I have a 1 in 3 shot of it being, I don't know if I can do this for 6 more months. I'm just gonna be honest. It's bad. Anyway, yeah, so anyway, so I just wanted to say I'm really sorry that I've been just kind of out of it and exhausted in my last few videos. My doctor wants me to like have as many of my symptoms as I possibly can. The way that I make those symptoms happen is I eat solid food. I've mentioned before I've been on a liquid diet for a while. I occasionally will just be like, I'm starving, forget it. I miss food. I miss like smelling food. Makes me just like crazy. So every now and then I'm like, forget it, I'm gonna eat. And I get so sick for so long. And I mean, I just won't eat food for like 3 days after that. I'll do my liquid diet, if that. I mean, there are days that I'll drink Sprite for a couple days, and that's all that I have. And because they want my symptoms to be as prevalent as possible, I guess, if that's the right word or not, but anyway, I've been eating solid food, things that I know I'm not supposed to have, which is basically everything, things that I know are going to make me sick, because I have a diary that I fill out every night, and it asks me my symptoms, and if I don't have some of those certain symptoms, even though I qualified, I still won't get in the trial if I don't do these certain things every night. So I totally do those things every day if I eat food. If I don't eat food, I can escape some of those things. I still get sick every day, but it's not as bad to where I'm just like wiped out. So that's what's been going on, is that I've been having to eat food because of all of that. And so I'm sorry that I know I sound hoarse and I sound awful and I look like I'm about to just fall asleep most of the time, and that's why. So yeah, so anyway, but so I have to keep my journal till I go in the middle of March, and then I'm not sure if I keep it after that. I mean, I'm sure I do, because obviously they're going to want to track things and like my progress, I suppose. But anyway, so yeah. And I said I have a 1 in 3 chance of getting the medication, which is kind of scary, and that'll be for 6 months. And then after those 6 months, I'm guaranteed the medication, and I'm guaranteed to get the medication until it's FDA approved. So, so not only am I fixing to go do all that and are we moving, but also we need to look at cars, something that can get me there, because that's a lot of driving, because I go to Louisiana, it's like 9.5 to 10 hours from my house. By the time, you stop and eat and get gas and all of those things, it's more like 10.5, 11 hours just one way. So I need something really reliable and comfortable for us all to ride in, which with COVID at first, I'm not taking my kiddos. They've offered, I've said this before, they have offered to fly me down there. I don't want to do that right now with as sick as I am. So eventually perhaps, but right now no. So yeah, so like I said, we still need something comfortable, because eventually I want to take the kids and just let them see it all, because it's so cool down there. And my husband didn't go last time. My hubby's going with me this time. My mama's keeping my babies, and my husband and I will be celebrating our 2002, our 19th. That's crazy. I thought that was right, but it just sounds weird to do the math and figure that up. Wow. We'll be celebrating our 19th anniversary. Oh, it's great. The week after my treatment. So I told him, I'm like, while we're down there, like, I'm taking you to eat. Like, you're going down here, and I'm going to feed you some, like, good Louisiana food and make his little heart happy. And we're going to go down through Texas, and there's this place, Texas, it used to be at Sabine Pass, and I think it kind of got wiped away by a hurricane a few years ago, but from what I read anyway, they've built it back, but they have barbecue crab legs. Okay, and anyway, I guess Like him and his mama and them used to drive down there and eat there, stay the night, eat there again, come home. That was their trip. So, because it's our anniversary on the way down there, we're stopping. Like, whether I can eat or not is irrelevant. I'm stopping. I'm getting my husband some barbecue crab. We're gonna go have delicious food in Louisiana. Or we, you know what I mean. He is gonna go have delicious food in Louisiana. I'm gonna stop back, get him crab again on the way home, and we're gonna have like a mini anniversary vacation, aka my first treatment. So it's gonna be eventful. I hope I feel like messing with that all the way home. I hear they don't have any adverse effects, that it's like some people have like a burning in their chest for 24 hours, but other than that, everyone's okay. But that's the thing. I feel like I hope I have enough battery to just mention this real quick because it blew my mind. I mentioned before, I go to Louisiana because they have actual patients with my disease and they've actually given the medication before. Here in Oklahoma, there are 2 sites. One is a pediatric place. The other one would take me, but they have had 0 cases of my disease or anything even close to it. So therefore, they haven't given out the medication. So that's terrifying. The medication isn't FDA approved. So I don't want to be like a guinea pig for the medication and their first patient. That is absolutely terrifying. I've mentioned before Oklahoma doctors. So terrifying, okay? So I'm willing to drive 11 and a half hours there, 11 and a half hours home, once a month for however long, until I know how my body is going to react and what it's going to do, and then eventually they can move me up here. But, so I think it'll be okay. Anyway, yeah, so that's why I'm willing to go and to do that. The crazy part, okay. So the other day, whenever I went for my